For me, another year is starting today. And yes, you guessed it right, it's my birthday today. So I have a very special message about all of us, about our lives. I'll share with you a story, and from that we'll draw some lessons. Before we move on, click on the link below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, stay connected. So there was a person who was visiting another town, and as he entered town, one of the first places he came across was the cemetery in that town. And he started noting the tombstones, which are quite visible. He noticed the age: this person 5 years 7 months, this person 6 years 9 months, another person 8 years 3 months. And the highest age he was able to notice on those tombstones was less than 12 years. He was perplexed. He was wondering, is it that children are dying so early in this town? And is this town not doing anything about it? With these thoughts, he reached out to a wise person, and he was visibly confused and perplexed and surprised. And he asked as his first question, "My dear sir, I came across a cemetery while coming to your place, and I noticed the highest age of anyone buried there was less than 12 years. Is it that children are dying so early? Why is it that this town is not doing anything about it? But here I am. I have noticed there are quite a few grown-up people, but why is it in that cemetery there are only children? Can you help me to understand this?" So this wise person had his usual smile on his face. He was able to comprehend what this traveler is going through. So he said, "It's like this. It's not that people are dying early, but in our town there is a system. The system is that when a child reaches an age when he or she can think for himself, herself, we provide that child with a device. And in that device, what we measure is, what the child has to feed in is, what is the period of time that he or she was happy because of certain event that happened in that person's life. So let's say you got admission in a very good school. So how many days were you happy? You got admission into a very good course. How many days were you happy? You won a medal. You won a certification. You achieved promotion. You got married, and so on and so forth. So you have to continue to record for how long were you happy. And the age that is mentioned on the tombstones is the period for which they were actually happy in their lives. Their actual age, chronological age, might be 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. But what is the age which is mentioned there is the period for which they were actually happy in their lives. Now, when I came across this story, it set me thinking. And I'm posing the same question to you. Listen to this carefully so that you understand and start reflecting on this. Whatever is your age, and let us say the average, I'm just putting a number there, you survive for 75 years. Whatever is your age today, minus 75 years. Reduce that from 75 years. So it will be like this. 75 minus your current age. Let's say it is 40 years today. So you have 35 years more to live. And whatever your respective age is, do that calculation. Reduce that number, reduce your present age from 75. So you are going to live for another 35 years, assuming your current age is 40. Now I'm asking you, out of those 35 years, for how many years would you like to be happy? What is the number which you would like to be put on your tombstone when you die? That this person was happy for such and such number of years after 40 years of age, 50 years of age, 30 years of age, whatever it is. What is the number you would like to be put there? And let me say this. Whatever is the number that you choose, it's absolutely in your control to achieve that number. And how do you do that? Let me share with you some ideas so that you can either increase that number, or if your number is already quite I would say challenging, quite exciting, then perhaps these ideas will further help you. So you will need to nurture yourself. You will need to nurture your body, your mind, and your soul. And there are plenty of activities, actions that you can take to nurture your body, your mind, and your soul. Start doing that. Then another important dimension is you are a social being. You are working in organizations with people, so you will have to nurture relationships because a lot of happiness gets accumulated through those relationships. So work towards that. Then one of the most important aspects of any person's life is, any professional's life is that a lot of time goes to your work. What is it that you're bringing to the work? What is that you are contributing to the work? How is your presence adding value to the work? How are you making an effort to rise up in your career, in your profession? All these questions will convert into actions, and as you start taking those actions consistently, you will notice the number that you have mentioned will be achievable, or the number that you have mentioned, you can increase it further by the actions that I am suggesting to you. So what I'm wishing to you today is, on my birthday, that let's make a collective attempt to make that number on our tombstones the highest possible number. Forget what has happened in the past. Let us start from ground zero today, and let's make it possible for each one of us that we live our lives much happier because we deserve it. I'll keep on sharing more ideas in my subsequent videos.